Okay, so how to know if they are the one? I have a bit of an interesting perspective on this question. I used to think in kind of like a magical way that there was this one person who was like a soulmate who would be absolutely ideal for me, that I would know instantly that this person was the one, and that this person would be completely aligned to me and there wouldn't be any drama or there wouldn't be any problems. But actually, as time's gone on, and I have learned through relationships and through watching other people's relationships, I've realised that every single relationship has differences and even incompatibilities. And the question of what if they're not the one is something that you might always live with, because the fact is that there might always be somebody else out there who could be more aligned. But that is not ever going to help you commit to anybody. The fact that there might be somebody better out there would leave you in a state of being unable to grow a relationship with the fear that you might have chosen the wrong person. So there's that part of this question that I think is really important to note, that there's nobody perfect out there and that maybe somewhere there's somebody better for you. But if you're going to grow a relationship, there needs to be some level of, there needs to be emotional safety in this relationship. And there are some questions that I think you can ask yourself to help you understand if the person that you have chosen to invest yourself in, to grow a relationship with, is someone that you could, for the most part, be really happy with this choice, knowing that this is somebody that you can build a life with. Okay, so I'm going to read you 5 questions that I've written down that I think are the most important things when it comes to feeling right about the person that you've chosen to be with or that you want to grow a relationship with. Okay, so the first question is, if this dynamic and this relationship stayed the same for the next 5 years, would you be okay with that? Would you still be happy that you had stayed? And this takes out any of the maybe, their potential, the holding on to hope. You have to think about right now, if this relationship stayed the same. And that can include it being imperfect, but there being a willingness to grow. If that's the case, then it's a good sign. But if there's no willingness to grow, then would you be okay with it as it is now? That's the first question. The second question is, if you had a child, or if you do have a child, and they ended up being with somebody like the person that you've chosen to be with or want to be with, would you be proud of that choice or would you be worried? That's a really good question too. The next one is, what would you regret more? Leaving and discovering someone more aligned, or staying and feeling unsure? That's a good question too. A really important one is, do I feel more myself with this person or less of myself with this person? This is like one of the big ones for me. I think being with somebody who expands you, helps you grow, and makes you even more of your crazy, fun, light-hearted, worried, anxious, whatever it is, even more of yourself. Do they celebrate that? Do they support the areas where you struggle? If you can be more of yourself with somebody, that's a very good sign, even if they're not perfect. Okay? Are you holding on to this connection because of fear, guilt, or comfort? Or are you holding on to it because of love, joy, and genuine alignment? So these are the questions that I think will give you a lot of clarity about your choice in the person that you're currently thinking about, invested in, wanting to grow a relationship with. We only have now, so this is the time when you'll find out that answer, okay? So, like I say, the nuance in this is that nobody's perfect. There are problems in every single relationship. You might never know if they're the one There could always be somebody better. But in this moment now, the person that you're choosing, and bearing in mind now is all you've got, and the choice that you have now is all you've got, and the choice that you have now will dictate the next moment, and maybe even the next year, right? So making a choice based on the answers to those questions now is going to dictate your next steps and maybe the steps after that. But it helps you to get clear. And I think one of the things that, I went to this wedding the other day, and one of the things I noticed was that everyone was so happy for both of them to be marrying the other. Everybody was like, yeah, good choice. This person's really good for you. Can you imagine marrying the person that you're with and people sitting there thinking, oh my God, they're about to make the biggest mistake of their life? That would be awful, in my opinion. And there's a nuance in this too, because not everybody knows everything. And at the end of the day, it's your choice. But how good would it feel to be marrying someone where everybody's like, I'm so happy for you. You found somebody who treats you with so much love and respect, who makes you more of who you are, who celebrates you, who supports you, who guides you, who listens. I'm so happy for you that you found someone so good for you. How different does that feel? So there are some some things to reflect on there that will help you make an informed choice that might not be perfect, but will be based on what feels right and true for you now. So I hope you found this video useful. If you'd like any more support, if you'd like to do some one-to-one with me, I've currently got 30% discount, which is very, very rare. And it's going to be even rarer because it's going to go off my website and behind the Heartbreak Healers. So if you want to do one-to-one, you can do it when you join the Heartbreak Healers from September. But between now and then, you can book it on my website. And you also get a free self-study course as well if you book a package. So I'd love to meet you and help you through whatever you need guidance with. I have been through so much myself in relationships, so I'm deeply empathetic when it comes to the difficulties and the the back and forth and the push and pull and the not being able to let go. I really get it. So if you would like some support from somebody who's been there, let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.